yourself the permission to let go of what no longer serves you while we do your yoga class. Letting go of those worries, those expectations, setting them outside of your space right now. Maybe even thinking of a very happy thought. Slight smile, sending those endorphins through your body, flooding your system. Allowing it to set your intention for your class. Notice how relaxed your throat has become when you let go of some of that tension and those expectations. Let's let the burdens roll off of our shoulders as we shrug them up. Think of all those things that stress you out, and we're going to drop them off. A few more times. Let them drop to the earth. Good. We're going to reach our hands down and roll those wrists. Really reach for the floor. Roll the wrists in both directions. We're going to start to roll those wrists and lifting the arms. It's going to change how those muscles flow. And coming out to the sides. You'll notice that you automatically go in one direction with those wrists. So we're going to reverse the direction. We're going to flow back up. We use this type of movement in dances, in Tai Chi, yoga, and energy healing forms because it helps move the stagnant air, the stagnant chi, the stagnant energy around us. Good. Let those arms rest by the sides. Now we are going to find a comfortable way of sitting in the chair that we can start our practice. For some of us, you might be able to sit back further depending on the type of chair you are in. I'm in a flatter surface chair, but wider and squatter. So I can actually sit back further in this chair than I usually do in some of my others because it's a little shorter. Because I want your feet flat on the floor where you can stack your knees over your ankles. So find where you need to do that. If none of your chairs allow you to do this all on their own, you can use those blocks or a stack of books to raise the floor up to create that space for you. If you have a dipped chair, odds are you're going to have to come to the edge of the chair. We're going to take our thigh flesh and we're going to roll it in and out. This is going to help us find our sit bones. Grab a glute, pull it out, grab a glute, pull it out. Hello, sit bones. Now we're going to draw that navel in and up, letting your tailbone go down. Place one hand on your lower belly and one on the sacrum, and feel that when you relax and you're not really paying attention. Then squeeze the inner thighs a little. Push the shins towards the front toes. Drop your tailbone down. Draw the navel in and slightly up towards your heart. You're not holding your breath. It's an engagement of muscles, but you can still breathe. Notice how your lower back feels. Now roll the shoulders back and let them glide down behind you. Resisting the urge to really push that heart forward. Instead, we're rolling the scapulas down and along the back so our shoulder blades don't poke out. Instead, they lay down like hands on our sides. Now mine's going to wing out. If you have a hand behind you, yes, that one's going to wing out. So roll it back, stick the elbow out. You can remove the hand from that section. Looking forward, letting the neck and the head sort of rise up from your shoulders, looking forward. Slight squeezing of the midline from the ankles all the way up through the body. Slight engagement in And then press the outer side of the body away towards the outsides of your chair. This is your seated Tadasana, seated mountain pose. Feel your breath as it comes in and out. We're going to take the chin down towards your sternum. If it's okay to bring your head down, please do so. Stop where you need. But this is about the neck and the head, not the back. The back is going to stay where it is. Bring a hand underneath the chin and help lift that head. Slowly look to one side. It doesn't matter which one, but I want you to focus on the nose leading the way, not the chin, not the forehead, the nose. Roll those shoulders back and let the arms drop down. Grab the underside of the chair. Roll shoulders back and squeeze those elbows towards the back of your body. Tailbone drops down, navel lifts in, push the shins away. Good. Slide the chin down towards your shoulder. Breathing in and out. Then looking up, sliding up, 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 and back down. Allow your head to center. Let go of the chair, wiggle those fingers. We're going to stick the tongue out, or you can take the bottom teeth over the top teeth and slowly draw the nose up the wall in front of you. And then back down. You might have to yawn because this has opened up our esophagus when we do that. Slowly look to the opposite direction than you did before. Roll shoulders back, grab the bottom of the chair. Remember to lead with the nose. Breathe in and out. Engage midline. And let the chin float towards the shoulder. Paint up the wall. And then back down. Let yourself pivot to look forward. Good. We're going to bring our hands together in front, clasping, pushing the knuckles away, squeeze the elbows in and sit straight up. Squeeze your bottom arms, your triceps towards the center, pushing the shins away. Now we're going to arch the back, push the knuckles away as we scoop the tailbone towards the knees, trying to touch the back of the chair with your spine. Draw your navel in towards the back of the chair. Good. We're going to inhale, sit upright. Release those hands. We're going to let them fly out, kind of like a little kid giving you a hug, and then reach even further back if you can. Exhale back into our cat position, arching the back. Press the shins away. Inhale into your cow. Arms opening. Exhale into cat. Press the shins in. Push those feet into the floor. It's not just about the top of the body. Inhale, opening. Tailbone still aims down. Press those feet in. Heart lifting. And sitting upright. Letting the arms come down towards your legs. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Sliding the hands towards your knees. Lengthening the arms out. Squeeze elbows in. Sit firmly in your chair, tailbone down, squeezing inner thighs, shins forward. arch the back here. It's going to feel a little different. Press into those legs. Pause and breathe. Massaging the ribs. And we're going to inhale like that cow, but we're going to bend our elbows and try to drag our hands and elbows towards our hip points, hinging down as we bring our heart forward. Exhale into your cat. When you come down for this cow, try to just look a little bit in front of you. Don't try to paint all the way up the wall. We want our neck primarily to still be an extension of our spine versus curving. So see about just looking at the floor as you come down. Again, you can come down only as far as what feels right to you. Look left. Open and close the mouth. Look center, squeeze those inner thighs, drop that tailbone down. Navel in. Look to the right. Don't lose those arms. Pivot to the center. Press in a little bit more to those legs. Squeeze those shoulders. Drag those elbows towards the hips. Scoot your tailbone towards your knees a little, and then slowly press back up. A little bit of an arm workout. We're going to take our arms all the way up overhead. And wiggle those fingers up overhead, squeezing those palms towards one another. Drop your tailbone down. Draw the navel in. We're going to reach forward, press the feet in, hinging forward. Slide the hands to your knees, roll those shoulders back. We're going to take this left arm, we're going to reach for the back of the chair, finding a hand hold. Roll that left shoulder back and extend those fingertips even further and grab again. You might be closer to the seat of the chair and you might not, that's all right. Our right hand's going to be on our right knee. Squeeze your inner thighs. We're going to press into this right leg as we roll the left shoulder up. Big breath in. Drop your tailbone down. Good. Inhale, unwind. Now we're going to keep our hands where they are. We're going to turn our head to the center. Pressing in that right, and we're just going to slowly twist to the right. Try to drag the back of the chair towards your hips. Scoot your tailbone towards your knees. Inhale, unwind. Both hands to the knees. Slowly sit back up. Hands swoop up overhead, palms facing one another. Ears hugging the arms, and then roll the shoulders back. So your thumbs are probably facing the wall behind you. We're going to turn so the palms face the room in front, and then rotate to the thumbs face the front and the palms face outside. Back and forth. The shoulders drop down into the earth, away from the ears. Palms face each other. Squeeze midline from ankles all the way up to your palms. Draw the navel in, tailbone down. And exhale, hinge forward. And then bend the elbows, bring the hands to your knees. Slide the right arm back, finding the chair. Roll the right shoulder back, extend that arm, find the chair again. Exhale, twist a little bit towards this right side, pressing the left arm in. Inhale, unwind both. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, unwind. This time, both hands are going to find the back of the chair. Grab, palms facing inwards. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze those inner arms together. You're gonna notice that your heart wants to come forward. Let it come forward. Roll those shoulders back again, squeeze the elbows towards the middle. Head is above the heart. Take the chin down only to where your whole cervical spine feels nice and long. We're not dipped down to where you can't swallow and breathe through the throat. We want to have some space there. About 3 to 4 fingers from the bottom of your chin towards your clavicle. Extending through the crown. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze those elbows in. Your tailbone might have wung out towards the back of the chair, so we're going to scoop it back down to the seat. Draw your navel in. Breathe in and out. And then try to hinge down just a little bit more, but still keeping the head above the heart. Let go of the right hand. Squeeze those inner thighs. I'm going to reach forward. Bringing that right hand to the left knee. Exhale, slight twist. Again, dropping that right elbow down. Inhale, unwind. We're going to let this right hand stay there, but we're going to turn the palm up, and now we're going to use both legs for that whole arm and elbow. I'm going to press in, and notice when you press in, you start to rotate your heart. Then we're going to lift our left arm up towards the room behind us, turn the palm to face the left side, reach, reach, reach as high as you can, and then let it roll forward. Squeezing inner thighs, pressing that right arm into the legs as you roll the heart towards the sky. Maybe you even take your gaze towards your left armpit. This is the upper part of what normally is a side angle in standing. We're going to rotate our chest towards the floor, inhaling. Exhale, let that left arm come down. Both hands press into your legs and sit back up. Find the back of the chair with the right hand. Roll that shoulder back, start to hinge forward, reaching the left arm out. Exhale, slight twist. Gotta press those feet in so your chair doesn't pull forward. And then let those arms come down. First, we press into the right thigh, twisting a little bit more. Pressing those shins towards the toes, trying to pull the chair in towards your pelvis. Turn that left palm up using both knees. Press in, lifting that right arm off of the chair, going up as high as what feels right. If your arm above you does not feel right, you can bring that hand to your shoulder and lead with your elbow if you'd rather. Good job. Slowly rotate towards the floor. Hands come to your knees. Press yourself back up. Roll those shoulders back and down. Move one ear to one shoulder. If you know it's okay, take your chin towards your sternum, rolling down, and then rolling to the other ear. Helping the head up with a hand. Coming to center, rolling those shoulders back and down. Good. Now we're going to use our strap or our belt. So I have 2 different sizes. Last week I showed you with the shorter one. I'm going to use the longer one today, but use what you have. You can use a belt, you can use a strap, you can use a scarf. First, we're going to work on our shoulders before we work on our legs. So because my body is warming up, I need to readjust on the chair to refine my Tadasana because my body is loosening up. It's letting go of stuff, so that may happen to you as well. Good. So we're going to work on our arms. Last week we really worked on our legs and our hips, which we'll try to do again this week. But right now we're going to learn how to use these straps at home for our shoulders. So we're going to hold the strap in our fists with our knuckles facing away. So we're not going to take our knuckles up. We're not going to take our knuckles down. We're going to face them forward. We're going to roll those shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in, and press the flat part of your bent fingers away. Roll your shoulders back again and let your arms separate from each other, sliding in that strap until your shoulders come down and lay along your back. Then you can scoot together more if you need. Look at your wrists. Unless they've been severely changed, they're primarily going to be pretty straight along in the same plane with your hand. If they're really rolling in or rolling out, then see if you can make it all on the same plane. Wrap the bottom part of your arms towards the center and revisit it again. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to lift those hands up by pulling those pinkies towards one another, squeezing those under parts of the arm towards the middle, lifting those hands up, elongating spine, but try not to hug the ears. We're letting the shoulders stay down, coming back only to what feels right. Don't forget your tailbone, drop it back down. Draw your navel in, push the shins forward. And we're going to hinge to one side. Don't bend those elbows yet. Squeeze those in sides and inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back up. We're going to bend our elbows straight out to the sides, trying to pull that strap away. You can let it rest on your head if you'd like, sort of almost letting your arms release. And relax, roll the shoulders back, try to pull those elbows away, and we're going to exhale and twist to one side. Push your shins forward, tailbone down. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, the other way. Inhale back up. Keep trying to pull that strap away. We're going to exhale to one side. Push the elbows in opposite directions. Inhale back up. Other side. Inhale back up. Slide your hands on the strap forward and let it come down. Let go of the strap, just let it settle. Shake those wrists out. Rolling the shoulders back. All right, now we're going to work on our legs. Now that we've got our shoulders to learn how to lay down by doing those simple moves, we've opened up our rib cage. We've opened up our pectorals with going to the back of the chair. We've done some twists to get the top part of our bodies going. Now we're going to use the strap to do the bottom part. So I'm going to go with my left foot first. I'm going to extend it out and lasso it with my strap. Now, depending on how long your strap is, this one is a normal style of workout strap or yoga strap, so they're usually 5 to 6 feet long, and they make longer ones as well. So they're a little easier to work with. Some belts and scarves are going to be just as long. And when you have a shorter one like I was using last week, you might need to have the foot closer to find a good handhold on your strap. So there's different ways that you need to find your strap. But we're going to start with that extended foot, toes up. Your other foot is going to push the shin towards those toes. Feel how that shifts your body weight. Drop your tailbone down. Roll your shoulders back, elbows to the hips. Our fingers are going to go towards your toes. So we're not going to curve in too much. We're not going to do any weirdness with our wrists. We're going to roll so that our fingers, if we open them, are facing our toes, the palms on the inside. We're going to squeeze your inner thighs. We're going to lift this nice long leg up. Squeeze, press the heel, push the ball into that strap. Take your tailbone down and your navel in. That's going to help support you. Lift up. So it's almost like a bicep curl with the arms, but we're pressing the feet in. And then slowly lower down. Good job. Squeeze middle, press shin, drop tail, and come up. Drop your left hip, lower down. All right, we're going to make a wheel sort of stepping motion with our knee. We're going to pull that leg close, bending the knee, drawing that thigh into our heart, but we're not going to hunch those shoulders. Then kick out, inhale, lower it down. So we're actually going to be working on our core a little bit here, but we're going slow. Good, let's reverse that. We're going to inhale up, straight leg, then bend the knee, draw that shin in toward your booty, drop the leg down. Now you'll notice that you can also start to move your strap to the sides, but keep your elbows in. Creating this almost bicep curl, winging out to work on the outer arms and our traps. Let the leg relax. We're going to hinge down into a forward fold. Feel free to only come down as what feels right to you. I'm going to slide down. We're going to slide to our elbows first. Rest. If you want to let go of that strap, you can bring it up and let your fingers relax. And then if you want to come down even further, let your belly rest on your thighs as we slowly drift down. Pressing the shins towards the toes, tailbone to the floor. Good job. Walk your hands back up to your knees. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the elbows towards the hips. Drop your tailbone towards the earth and draw your navel to your spine. Push those shins in towards the feet as you lift yourself up by pressing into your knees. Good. Sit back up, grab your strap, put the other foot into the strap. Take the first one out. Find where that strap is comfy for you. First, we started with our long leg. Extend it out. Let that hip open. Find where it feels okay. Your left leg, the shin's going to go forward, tailbone down, navel in and up. So I want you to try to remember those three spots are always activating. We're squeezing our midlines, shoulders roll back. This time we are going to let our palms face up for more of a bicep curl for this one, so that you feel the difference in muscles in your forearms. So palms face up, we're going to lift and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knee, draw that thigh in, kick it out, and lower down. Notice that your spine is not really moving. It's all about the knee, and your arms are supporting as they learn to strengthen. Leave the leg long for a moment. Breathe. Let's reverse that. Lift the long leg. Draw the knee in. Drop the foot down. Good. Let your strap relax for a moment, but to where you can still reach it later, slide those hands to your knees. Widen those hands as much as you can. Really wrap them around those knees and then suction cup them on. Roll those shoulders back. Drag the elbows in as you slowly hinge down. We're going to roll ourselves in sort of a tight ball here. If it's okay, bring your head below your heart and let your chest rest on your thighs. Maybe you can take your chin to your sternum. Drop your tailbone down. Draw your navel in, squeezing the inner thighs. Press your hands in, press your forearms to your thighs, slowly lifting up. Exhale, slowly lower down again, but we're going to keep dragging those elbows towards our hips. If you were in a traditional class, you would be doing this lying down on your belly, coming up into a sphinx or a cobra, using your arms kind of like a push-up, but your elbows don't wing out. We're simulating the same thing for strengthening our arms and our shoulders. Press your feet in. Feel that equal weight pressing to the earth. Good. Let your hands slide back to the back of the chair. Shake them out as they keep going further back, further back, further back. And relax them down. Tailbone follows. Roll those shoulders. Wiggle around. Maybe take one hand down, hike one shoulder up, going back and forth. And we're going to reach those hands all the way up. Clasp them together. Pull the elbows to the outsides. Palms can rest on top of the head, side to side. Exhale, twist to the left. Keep pressing those feet in. Don't lose those feet. Press the shins into the floor. Good. Bring your hands down. We're going to grab our strap again. Whichever foot it's on, we're going to extend that leg out. Roll your shoulders back. Press the front shin in towards the toes. And we're going to rein those horses again, that whole big team of horses, elbows to the hips. We're going to drag them to one side and then guide them to the other. Drag them to one side and then to the other. Don't let your elbows really leave your side. Good. Bend your knee, really draw that thigh in. Point and flex here. You can let go of the strap. You can hold the thigh with the hands, or you can slide that strap to your thigh to hold it as you point and flex. Roll that ankle, both directions. And we're going to roll that whole lower part of the leg in the knee joint. And let it lower down. We're going to find the other leg with our strap. First finding the foot. Roll our straps back. Elbows to our hips. Drawing the knee in and then lengthening the leg out. Reining those horses side to side, just like in the Westerns. We're going around those curves. Big team of horses. So you gotta give. You gotta give. Good. Draw them back into your center. knee to the heart. You can either hold with your strap at your thigh, or your hands hold your thigh, so you roll that ankle. Both directions. Point and flex, and then roll in that knee. Good. And let that leg come down. We're going to put the strap off to the side. We're going to go over how you can do your warrior positions in your chair, and then we'll come up to standing to do them. So you might remember that there's 3 ways that you can do them from your chair. So the first way is that we turn one leg out to the outside. So I'm going to lead with my left. The left leg steps out. And because this is a shorter chair, I can come directly out. Your chair may be higher, like a normal chair for a dining room table. So you might have to actually come closer to the corner or to the outside to find that leg to the side. If you have a lower chair, it might be easiest for you to draw that right knee in, find the back of the chair with your arm, tuck that right foot in, and then extend it out like our runner's lunge. Toes are curled, dropping that knee down, finding where that whole leg can drop down. Odds are you're closer to the bottom of your chair or the front rungs. Then we're going to extend that leg. Tuck your tail towards the front, and then let that knee come down. Coming in and out of a runner's lunge, sort of crescent movement. Tailbone scoops down for your lower back. Not everyone's going to be able to do this extension. So for those that know that that seems a little silly, they know they're not going to be able to do that, you can scoot to where your leg is supported even more. I want you to drop that knee, tuck your foot in. No matter where it is for you, even if it's this type of motion, that's great. You don't need to be able to extend all the way back. That comes with practice. So honor what works for you. Use your chair to help you. To come into warrior in this position, we press that left foot in. We're going to lean back to the back of our chair and roll that right leg out a little bit so that we find the foot on the floor. Using the seat of the chair to help you sit up, you can reposition. Because this is a shorter chair, I would be able to actually take my leg into the full chair position of a warrior 2. Most chairs are too high to do this though, so odds are you're not going to be able to find this type of a warrior 2 footing with a normal chair. This is almost too wide for me because I'm short. So you can do the diagonal. You're still sitting on your chair, finding how that supports you. The biggest thing that I want you to focus on are your knees. In your front, you take the center towards second and third toe, pushing the shin. Your tailbone drops down. And then your inner right leg is going to roll towards the back of the room. Your foot is not necessarily going to be parallel to the outside room. You're actually going to take your toes forward a little bit, angling them to help that pelvis. You're going to squeeze those inner thighs, drop your tailbone down, and sit on that chair. So finding what way the chair can support you, we roll those shoulders back and extend our arms out. Squeezing inner thighs, try to push the feet away, drop your tailbone down. This is warrior 2. Compassionate warrior. We're going to reach that left arm up just a little bit and dipping the right arm back just a wee bit. You don't have to come too far. If you want to come into a more exalted, you may. You don't have to do what's right for your body. Tailbone swoops forward. Good job. Squeeze those inner thighs, push the feet away. Inhale back up into your warrior 2. Use the chair if you need. Remember that side angle that we did just the top body? Now we're gonna fully incorporate the body. We're gonna bend our left elbow and take that elbow towards the left thigh. Press in, your heart's gonna start to lift. Squeeze your inner thighs. If you need to move your legs for your hips comfort, please do so. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Roll the shoulders back. Press that right hand into your hip, keeping it down. Pressing your left elbow in, lifting the heart. Slowly take your gaze towards your right shoulder. Unbend your elbow and slowly let that arm float up as you watch it. Up and over and reaching towards the left toes. Squeeze those inner thighs, try to push the feet away in side angle. Good. We're going to rotate the hearts towards your left leg. Reaching forward a little bit. Use the chair or the legs to press yourself up. Turning the belly to face outwards. We're going to bend both knees. Let the legs relax. Come back to the center of your chair. Breathe in and out. Wiggle around as you see fit. We're actually going to move our feet to the outside, toes in, heels out. Let one knee drift in a little bit. Everyone's going to be different. Let that leg come up. Let the other one drift in. And gently let it come up. Toe, heel coming in so that our heels come in and our knees are facing out. Very wide sort of butterfly pose here. More like a goddess. For some, you may want to just sit upright. For others, you may want to hinge down. So feel free to do what feels right for your body today. You might even slide your hands down. You might notice one side feels different than the other because we haven't done our warrior on the other side yet. To come up, squeeze your inner thighs and press your feet in. Slide the hands to your knees. Slowly press yourself up. Tailbone swoops down, heart lifts. Feet pivot out so they're square. Let the knees drift a little bit. And we're going to do warrior two on the other side. So you can use the diagonal position. You can use the full chair. You can even use the full chair and lean your back up against the back of the chair if your chair is going to work for you. If you do have a higher chair, you can use those blocks and books to prop underneath your feet if you want to lean against the back of the chair. I'm just going to pivot and use that same diagonal position on my chair, but face the other way. So you can do those things as well. Find the position that you think might work best for you. So I'm going to use the front of my chair this time for my forward leg. We line our ankle underneath the knee. Our shin's going to go towards second and third toe. And we're going to start scooting that other leg back, letting that hip dangle off the chair. Remember, you have the chair for support. Use it. And then if you want, you can do your crescent. You can do your runner's lunge, opening up your quad and your front hamstrings. Your front hamstrings are right around here. You can also be opening up some of your quads and your hip flexors. Good. Extend that leg back even further. Adjust how you need. Doesn't have to look pretty as you come in. You can move that foot out as far as you need as long as your knee feels supported. Our foot is flat. Toes face forward just a little bit and the heel back. Take the inner thigh and roll it towards the room behind. Drop your tail down so that our shoulders and our hips are on the same line. Our inner thigh faces forward. Squeeze both inner thighs and try to push the heels away. Roll the shoulders back, arms lift up and out. Gazing over your right middle fingers, compassionate warrior. Good. If you want to do exalted warrior, take your tailbone towards your knees and slowly bank your airplane back. Only coming to what feels right to you. Try not to over hinge in your lower back. You want your tailbone to be your counterweight to your head. So you can use your chair, your leg. Squeeze those inner thighs. Let your hands come to your hips and slowly come up. Warrior two. Roll those shoulders back. Don't lose your leg engagement. Good. Side angle. Bend your right elbow. Turn the palm up. Bring it down. Start to hinge. If you need it closer for your body, bring it closer. You can either touch for the elbow on the left and reach the elbow up and over, or maybe you extend the whole arm as you press this right hand in. Slight twist. Squeeze those inner thighs and press the heels away. Slowly turn the heart towards the knee in front. Sliding the hands back to your hip, helping yourself up. Relax the back knee. Sit into your chair. Move your legs to the front. Come slowly. And sitting upright. We're going to run through our warrior and our side angles again. So our warrior, exalted warrior, and our side angle again. If you'd like to try it standing along with me, feel free to. If you would rather like to try it in the chair and just stay in the chair, there's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to slowly come up to standing. How we're going to do that is we're going to actually take the balls of our feet underneath our ankles, lower the heels down a little bit more, squeeze your inner thighs, press the soles of the feet in as you push your shins towards your toes, standing upright. Drop your tailbone down and standing Tadasana. Good. All right. You stay as you are. I'm going to move my chair for you to be able to see clearer. So if you're going to use your chair, you may need to move it so that you can be facing the camera. We're going to take our shins towards the chair. If you're seated, we're going to start moving onto our chair so we can come into our warrior positions. So our left leg is going to go out to the side of the chair, or if you're standing here with the chair, hinge down and grab the seat of the chair, bend your knees, slide the right foot back, point those toes, heel starts to come down, runner's lunge. Now we pivot our heel towards the back left corner into our warrior feet. Front knee still aims towards second and third toe, but now we have a guide. We have the chair to press into. Squeeze those inner thighs, and we're going to let our bellies open to this long right side of our body as we stand upright. Tailbone is an anchor down, squeezing the inner thighs in, back thigh rotates out. Roll shoulders back and extend them out. And the wings of the pinkies come out a little bit more as we look over our left middle finger. Warrior two. Exalted, we tip back just a little bit. Inhale back up. side angle. You can use the chair or your leg. So if you're going to use the chair, you can press into the chair and take that right arm up and over. If you want to use your leg or even come down further on the chair, you can. Either way, now we're going to rotate our hearts towards our front knee, our left knee. Press yourself up, relax your knees. Pivot your right foot the face forward. In the chair, slowly come back to that seated Tadasana. We're going to slowly move that right foot forward. Press your weight into the left and come up into your Tadasana. Let's do the other side. Come down or move in your chair. Find your footing. Engage. Find your posture. Exalted warrior if you'd like. Hands come to the waist. Slowly come up. Warrior two. And then side angle, deciding how you want your side angle. Remember, there are different options. Rotating the heart towards your front leg. Pivoting everything, including the back foot, towards the front. Slowly coming to your Tadasana. Sitting or standing upright, tailbone down, crown up. And deciding how you would like your Shavasana for today. Shavasana is where we integrate all of the poses we've done. If you'd like to do a forward fold or some kind of back movement, this is a good time to do it before your Shavasana. So for me, I'm actually going to step a little wider than hip distance, and because I'm standing, I'm going to push my shins towards my chair, take my tailbone down, roll down just a little bit, and then elongate my back again. Hinging, finding the chair. For me, I'm going to wrap around this chair with my hands and then arch my back like cat, tucking my tail. You can do this sitting in the chair as well, pressing into your legs. Good. To come out of this, we roll our shoulders back and straighten out our back. Then we hinge up. Deciding how you would like your Shavasana. You can stay seated in your chair. You can come down to the floor. I'm going to come down to the floor and show you how you can use your feet up on the chair. You can do feet up a wall. You can go lay down on the sofa, on the bed. Whatever version works for you. You can stay seated in your chair. There is nothing wrong with that. So slowly make your way down to the chair. How I like to do this the best way is to sit as close on my side and then start to lay down. So then I can walk my feet up on top of the chair and I can wiggle as close as I want to the chair for the support of my legs. You can extend the hands up and over. You can let your arms rest like a cactus out to the sides. You can rest them down. Whichever way feels comfortable for you to come into your Shavasana. Walk the shoulders away from the ears, wiggle around to where it feels like you can lie here for a good bit of time. Find your pose. Everyone's going to be different. Let your eyes relax and your throat ease. Feeling the breath as it comes in and out. Feeling the weight of the body easing into the floor. Whether you're seated or lying down. The comfort of the sky sort of blanketing over you, wrapping you up in a security blanket, surrounded by the universe's love, compassion, and healing. An unconditional love and compassion from the entire universe, from yourself, from your angels or guides or ancestors, from your loved ones. Letting it envelop you as your eyes relax. Your breathing becomes slower and gentler. All the tension melting out of the body. The eyes relax. The throat is soft. The body is calm. The mind is quieter. Feeling yourself in your little cocoon. Bring the awareness to your breath, how it moves in and out of the body. Wiggling the fingers and tapping the toes. Bringing more of yourself back into your body. Slowly, bit by bit, scrunching the face and relaxing it, yawning, starting to stretch and move, feeling the connection to your physical body. Maybe even moving the eyes in their sockets side to side, round and round, up and down. And letting them rest. If you are lying down, you might want to draw your knees a little closer to your heart or slide the feet up underneath the knees so that we can slowly roll to one of our sides. If you are sitting in the chair, you can slowly begin to come to your senses by sitting there and feeling your breath. As you lie down in a soft fetal position, integrating and rebalancing, we use this time to reconnect to our nervous systems and our circulatory system, calibrating. The sit-up, we want to go to slow. If you have a trigger side in your back, you may need to draw that knee a little closer. For some, you need to extend it away depending on what section of your back needs released. Use your hands to help you sit up. You can either come back to your chair or you can sit on the floor. In whatever is a comfortable position for you. It does not need to be a half lotus. It doesn't have to be any fancy yoga pose. As I said, you can come back to sitting in your chair. You can sit here with your legs out if that's what's right for you. Sitting where you're comfortable, you can breathe, feeling your centeredness. Rolling the shoulders back. Bring the hands together and onto the mudra, prayer hands, and a symbol of hand gesture that is used throughout the world in all cultures, in all religions, meaning to symbolize to yourself for centering. Bringing those hands together, placing any prayers, manifestations, good intentions, wishes into your heart, into your hands. Whether they're for you, loved ones, the world, or the universe, letting it shine out. You may join with me in the closing of an Om, 3 Shantis, and a Namaste. Om being the sound of the universe, so we're all connected as one. Shanti meaning peace, said 3 times, connecting to your own inner divine. And Namaste, the light within me, honors the light within you. You may join if you wish. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for chair yoga. So today we did do things on the chair and out of the chair, but you could have done it either way. Remember that you can always email me or even find me on social media to ask me any questions that you have on your practice that we've done in class, or even that you're doing on your own. It's not a bother. Go ahead and let me know if you have a question. If you'd like to ask me today, I'm going to grab my mic, and so that I can hear you and you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can ask in the chat box. Remember, you can also check out my website, sacredlotusheart.com, for other classes and healing sessions that I offer. Remember that we have Tai Chi on Tuesday mornings. We have our chair yoga and meditation on Friday. You can always check out even more classes at the library's website under the event page. Alrighty, does anyone have any questions? You can either write in the chat box, or you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask. Yes, that was Lamont. That is my friend's dog who is doing all the video and sound work for me today. So that is Lamont. He has a brother, Ted, but Ted is a little camera shy lately. However, Lamont has been a camera hog. So you've seen the other dogs that I live with, Floyd and Millie, and the 2 cats I live with, and these dogs have gotten very jealous. So now they've decided they have to become famous too. Okay, does anyone have any questions about any of the practice that we did today or their own practice? You can go ahead and unmute and ask away, or you can write in the chat box. Well, it doesn't look like anyone has any questions today, so that's good. You're feeling your own movements. Have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. Maybe I'll see you Friday for meditation. Bye-bye for now.